It's time again for Tweet of the Week, and this week I am joined by a member of the superintendent's leadership team. Many of you know her as our director of one of my favorite acronyms, SASSY, System Accountability and School Improvement, Jamie Aliveto. Jamie, thanks so much for coming today.
Thanks so much for having me. It's great to be here on Tweet of the Week.
I know, and you are a big tweeter.
I am.
I have been following you probably since I got here, and you're out and about and you're tweeting about a lot of exciting things, so I'm figuring this had to be a hard choice for you.
It was an easy choice, actually.
Okay.
It was an easy choice because there was a tweet by Christy Schmidt, who's our English Language Arts teacher specialist for secondary, and it was about delving into mid-year Read 180 data. And so, of course, anything around data, it was easy for me to pick that because it really just captures the work that we do in system accountability and school improvement.
So, yes, there aren't a lot of people that get excited about data. You and I are in that club, and a few people in your department as well, but it is a critically important thing. If you really are going to be committed to continuous improvement, you have to have data that makes you ask some important questions.
Absolutely.
And so, tell us a little bit more about your department and why data is such an important part of it.
Well, as our new Department of System Accountability and School Improvement, we really are looking at all things evaluation across the system and with our schools. And so a lot of our work focuses around our aspirational goals and the measurable goals and objectives in the strategic plan. And so we know where we want to go as a system, really focusing in on closing our achievement gaps, and then it's how do we align the work of schools so that they're working in the right direction right along with us. And you know, we look at all types of data, whether it's achievement data or perceptual survey data, in this particular case, reading intervention data, and so lots of opportunities for us to assess how are we doing, and then what do we need to do in the way of a response. And so it really, that particular tweet focused on our mission around data literacy with informing, engaging, and responding. It's one thing to have the data and to look at it, but we have to engage in a conversation around it. You know, we've talked about that a lot, that data is a conversation starter. And then once we've had that conversation, what actions are we going to take such that we're always getting the best experiences for our students?
And so people see you having these conversations in schools and in professional development opportunities for our staff. You get to have these conversations with our Board of Education as well, because as you said, we have a new strategic plan. We have a lot of new measurable goals. We've been setting some baseline data. And so one of the other things that we rely on your department to do is not only guide us in those conversations, but you have a lot of the behind the scenes people who are putting that data into our systemic systems for keeping data, looking at the quality of it, helping to generate reports. You want to talk a little bit about that part of your team that folks don't always see?
Yes, and I have an amazing team of people who do many different jobs around data, and some of it is the keepers of the data, and so really focusing on data quality. And we were excited about a tool that we just put out with our data stewards. Our supervisor of student information created Dexter, which was for data exceptions and tracking, and that's to help our schools to look at, when I have data in eSchool, is it accurate? Do I have errors in my data? Because that is a focus area that our department is working on to make sure that we have good quality data that we're using as we're making these decisions and reporting data to the state. In addition, we've been really excited about the work around RADAR, which is Resource for Accountability, Data Analysis, and Reporting. And what that has done for us is helped, I think, the continuous strategic improvement process in schools, because people go to one place. Whether they're looking at state data, whether they're looking at local assessment data, survey data, teacher evaluation data, everything is in one area with interactive dashboards that they can use to help with drilling in. So those are just amazing people working on that. And then, of course, with survey development as well, a lot of technical work there. And so we do have a lot of the technical folks in our department.
And let's not forget one of the parts that sometimes brings stress to many folks, but you also have our coordinator for testing,
Yes.
our local accountability coordinator, and
Yes.
with so many changes coming down from the state in that area, I know that Deb Gilmartin has been a pretty busy lady.
She is an amazing lady, and she is responsible for helping us to manage all requirements around state assessments and the accountability that comes along with that. It is a huge job, and she does it so beautifully because she has so many years of experience working in this area, and so huge support there.
And I remember we recently had a business breakfast where Deb shared that she has been around since every state assessment from the beginning on.
Of time, right.
And unfortunately, so have I. So that's something about how long we've been in education together. But
Yeah.
So a very diverse group of people with very different job functions,
Yep.
but all critical to helping us once again be the best that we can be by asking the right questions and making the decisions that are going to move us forward. Jamie, we're so glad you're a part of the team, and thanks for being here for Tweet of the Week.